Good morning, guys. It is a very beautiful Tuesday morning for you guys in America, and my name is Alistair. For you guys who are new here, I am 10 years now in the cryptocurrency space, and I want to share this with you guys, share you guys my wealth of experience and knowledge, and also help you guys to understand the space in a way that a lot of people might have trouble with. Now, this video is following up on the video of Bitcoin in general and how it had a massive dump. Now, this dump, as you guys can see, was around about 30 or so K. It meant for most people who freaked out to kind of ditch your Bitcoin and kind of buy at the top and sell because you were fearful. And I gave you guys that video to try to help you guys out. Congrats to the people who listen to my advice, and you are reaping the rewards and benefits of being a person who could hold through the fear. Congrats. If you guys are new here and you guys like these kinds of inspirational messages, then please leave a like on this video. It really helps the algorithm. I want to get this out to as many people as possible because I realize what the big problem is here for most people. And if you guys would do that, I would absolutely love it. But more importantly, to start off you guys' day, you guys got to understand, and you have to note something that I've understood for a very, very long time in the space. It's that people sell. People are fearful. People are reactive because they do not have context of this space. See, when you're new to a new space, everything looks amazing. You guys are new to a cryptocurrency space and you can finally say, hey, I have 1 Bitcoin. Hey, I have this. Hey, I'm part of this new group. It's very trendy right now. So for most people who get into the space, they're always going to be late. And the big thing with this, for most of you out there, especially if you're just getting into the crypto space now, you got to understand the volatility has actually never been as low as now. Now, if you guys don't understand the volatility, you guys need to look at price action in general. The price action that we've seen this year, before an actual bull market, has actually been more bullish than ever. As you guys know, a little bit of facts for you guys and girls out there, it took us 3 years to go to 20,000, to put the Bitcoin from a very, very low level to $20,000. Then it took us 3 months to get from 20K up to the 30K mark. Then it took us a few weeks to get from the 30K level to the 40K mark. Now, I think that middle level was actually 1 month, 1 to 3 months. You guys have to understand, this has never happened ever. This right here, what you guys are seeing in this parabolic rise, is absolute price discovery. You've got to understand that from a position where if you're new to the space and you don't know what you're doing, that's why I gave you guys the advice to hold. Because you don't understand the space. If you know that these small corrections do not matter and you do not know how to trade this market, it is okay to hold Bitcoin. It is actually profitable to hold Bitcoin, very profitable in terms of your bank account and what is in your bank account, which gives you absolute peanuts in interest for your time, money, energy, effort, and resources in investment. And Bitcoin takes that and gives you a very good return on investment, even if you bought at the top. But you've got to be able to sustain these parabolic runs down. You've got to understand that corrections must happen when parabolic rises happen. Okay, so that's the basics of Bitcoin. If you guys didn't understand that, please rewind this. It is very important you understand that Bitcoin is going to inevitably go to 100K or so. Okay, that's 100% guaranteed. The reason we know this, the reason the people in the space know this, is because, like I said to you guys before, it took a long time to see any proper price action for an extended period of time, and we were met Oh, man, if you guys had context of how bad things were in the start of this position where we could trade Bitcoin, we could buy and sell just Bitcoin. We're not talking about the altcoin space at all here. We're just talking about Bitcoin. If you guys could not lose yourself in a 50% correction, then I would tip my hat off to you. Seriously, we had at times crisis, fear mode, China wars, problems with America, problems with people talking, and they would lead to as big as 50% corrections of BTC. And that was before the highs. So we would be seeing $7,000 Bitcoin from 14,000 very quickly, right? A $16,000 Bitcoin with a huge retracement down. Huge. To 8K. Okay? So for you guys to actually have context here, you got to understand how volatile this space was and how better it is now. How much better it is now. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of context of how bad things can get. And the scams have constantly been getting worse. So not only has over time the popularity of Bitcoin come in, but that leads to a lot of different authorities getting involved, and also scammers and thieves and all these people that most probably will be in the comments in the next few months if this channel really takes off. They will start trying to ask for your number, they'll try to ask to contact you privately, they'll pretend to be me, they'll do all of these kinds of scammy things to try to take your assets off you. Never give away your private keys ever. Never to anybody else. It doesn't matter if they're part of the exchange, if they are the person who's working for Tesla, if they're the person who is the government's of the world's leaders, right? Even if Donald J. Trump messages you asking you for your private keys, never give them. Okay? Now, I might have gotten his name wrong. Anyway, my point is, you guys got to understand this space is going to continuously challenge you in a lot of ways, but it's a very positive thing. Very positive, because it has a very large return on investment, and it helps your identity actually get through this, right? Get through the harder times. And when you can learn the type of patience, the type of understanding, the type of self-research where you've done your own research and you understand that you're different from the herd mentality, which is very reactive to anything that happens in the environment or any situation. They don't choose to try to control themselves. They choose to try to freak out and control the environment. And even worse, if they can't control the environment, they freak out. Because you've learned the patience, because you've learned the discipline through this space, because, yes, you've probably lost a hell of a lot of money making dumb decisions, like myself. You have now come to a position where these things just don't threaten you. They're not a harsh thing. They're actually a simple thing that you were kind of expecting. So congrats to you guys and girls out there who listened to the video that I gave you guys, and you are in profit right now. You guys can choose, you can choose the sell levels, sell at whatever level. Either way, you're going to be in profit right now. But for most of you, you're most probably going to stick in for the big rise back to 40K and beyond. It is very likely to happen. And like I gave you guys before, there are so many reasons why Bitcoin is so worthwhile. And I'm actually going to tell you guys some right now. So the first one is obvious. It is digital gold. This is the new generation of gold that was the previous generation hard rock. And as you guys would have known, the digital gold of today was actually partially created in a gold ETF, or I guess like digital type of NFT, NFT, non-fungible token, that is the equivalent of owning a certain portion of gold. It's kind of like USD Tether. USD Tether is supposed to be backed by $1. $1 equals 1 USD Tether. In the same way, the NFT of having a piece of gold is equivalent to buying the digital gold on a certain market, which I can't name here, and you get the equivalent in digital assets to that name. Though Bitcoin is the new digital gold. And yes, it's better. It's just divisible. It's just so much better. Imagine carrying a huge rock in your pocket of gold, right? Oh, I've got so much gold. And yeah, sure, it's worth a lot. What is it, 2,500 or something? A kg or something? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not into that space. This is for the new generation of wealth, right? This is where we're going in the future. This is what has to happen. Because the truth is this. We have to deal with the previous generation's crap, right? Just like the previous generations had to deal with the previous generation's crap. As in, like, the things that they didn't sort out on this planet in the past 100 years are things that we have to sort out in this 100 years, and it will just keep going on. Now, I'm going a little bit off tangent here, but you guys got to understand. Having something in your pocket that is just worthwhile and you're just able to use your phone and you're able to pay for stuff with is amazing. I mean, I've paid for flights with Bitcoin. It's awesome. And I probably shouldn't have done that, but at the time, it seemed like a really good thing to do. And it's something that you guys and girls can do. Or you can get a piece of gold rock out of your pocket and try to barter with the receptionist to give you a plane ticket, right? So the first thing is, obviously, it's divisible, it's portable, you can transfer it very, very quickly. Now, of course, there's a lot of altcoins we're going to be going through in the space in the next few weeks, months, etc. And I'm going to be showing you guys, as always, every week, the best picks. So subscribe to the channel for that. But you can transfer things very, very quickly. Now, the funny thing about the new generation is that we complain, right? The new generations complain. And what's funny is, as we get older, as the new generations, millennial plus, maybe baby boomer plus, we're going to get to the point where we're the old people and the young generation are complaining about us. And you guys can already see that all over Twitter, all over, what's that new thing that nobody uses, no old people use, or just creepy old people? TikTok, right? TikTok. You'll see it all over TikTok. People complain about the previous generation. So, you know, if you're one of those people, then hey, great. So for you guys and girls out there, it's a continuous thing. And this is why it is so important to get into the space. You guys and girls listening right now are so early, you have no idea. And I can tell you guys, I am going to give you guys full context of this in videos of scams that have happened to try to help you guys. I'm going to teach you guys how to keep your funds safe in the very near future. But you guys got to note, from my 10 years in the space, there has never been more money in this space than ever before. To give you guys context, like I told you guys at the start of the video, the years to the months to the weeks leading up to 40K. But to really give you guys context, I'm trying to hammer this in. It's very difficult, especially since I'm used to person-to-person communication for the most part. I'm really good at that. But talking to a phone or talking to a voice recorder and talking while a screen's going on and Bitcoin's moving, not the easiest thing for me. So I put these up so you guys wouldn't get bored. So you guys can watch Doge. Yeah. So anyway, Bitcoin has so much money in it. It is so scarce right now that there is actually none left. People have gotten to the point where they have pretty much used all of the Bitcoin. Like, as in, it's all in circulation and people have that Bitcoin. People or institutions or governments, etc., have all of the Bitcoin. It's pretty much all mined now. And because of its lack of availability, it becomes more scarce and people want it more. So put that together with how many millionaires are in this world, how many billionaires are in this world, and understand that there isn't enough for one Bitcoin for one person. And this is the kind of scarcity that I'm talking about. there is going to be a future where having 0.00015 Bitcoin is a lot. It is a lot. It is something that people will look at you and go, whoa, that guy's pretty rich. Because having one Bitcoin in the future will most likely lead to a position where it has become so scarce and people are just locking it all away for future or accumulation or staking or whatever it is that they're doing, that there's going to be none left, and these exchanges are going to make it very difficult for people to get it. It's going to have a huge interest cost on the end of it. And transfers are going to take longer because there's a lack of supply, etc. And it's just going to be so scarce. So scarce that it's most probably more scarce than gold. Now, the second thing with that is that it's obvious. Bitcoin is the brand. So when you're looking around and somebody's talking about cryptocurrency in general, they talk about Bitcoin. They call it Bitcoin, right? So when you're talking to your normal friend trying to be cool with you about oh, I bought a bit of Bitcoin, I got 0.5 or whatever it is, they call it Bitcoin. I'm in the Bitcoin space now. This is a Bitcoin space. This is a Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin in my wallet. They usually don't call it another cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin is the brand. Bitcoin is like the Nike, the Apple of this world. It is the brand. It is the one that is going to absolutely kill it, right? It's the one that is going to absolutely succeed, and it's been showing it time and time again. If something can go down 50% and rise back up continuously, then it is like the Doge, it is the Phoenix, right? Or the Doge. So, or the Nicolas Cage. But it's something that should be commended because it goes against so many different superpowers. It goes against so many different people in this world that are against this kind of change because there's a shift in the income levels of the poorer people in this world, and it's happening more and more often, and this is a huge part of it. This is a huge part of solving the world problem of inflation of money, hyperinflation of money, and just how it's going to absolutely make everybody just live in poverty. It solves that equation because it goes to a simpler time where trading, bartering, etc., and one-on-one communication with the person rather than having something in the middle that is the catalyst that has to be the person that does everything or the entity that does everything. It takes away that part. And that means that equalizes more so than ever the means of exchange in digital currency and just value in general. That is something that has never happened in this world. And by the way, you have never seen 100 trillion%, right? You've never seen, what is it, 1 trillion maybe? Bitcoin has gone up 1 trillion%. You've never seen those kinds of returns either. So that is what I really want to leave you with. I mean, that's number 3. I could go on with so many different ones, so many different reasons why Bitcoin is here to stay. And for you guys and girls out there, in answering the email that I actually got from one of you, and also the speech from my friend who was like, man, Bitcoin's going to zero, you better sell now. I just laughed, and then I made sure you guys and girls knew what you needed to know yesterday. So I hope I helped you guys and girls. I really do. I hope you've taken away the right kind of advice from this. I am going into a trading series for you guys and girls. As you guys know, I am going to be day trading and turning $1,000 into $10,000 very quickly, and then turning $10,000 into $100,000 very, very quickly if the first one is successful. And I am going to be giving that to you guys. I'm going to be giving you the trades that I'm taking, the setups, what I'm going to be doing, etc. And you guys can check that out in the very, 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 very near future. I'm just setting up properly in terms of the mic, etc. I am also going to be on the side of the screen. So if you guys are wondering where I am, the reason I'm putting up Doge, the walking Doge, and all of these memes is because I'm good showing myself, but I want to kind of keep it a surprise. for a while. And since I'm traveling around the world right now, it's not the easiest type of solution to give you guys a full-on contact type of video continuously, right? Especially if you guys are just waking up in America and you guys are in nighttime here in Asia, and it's kind of like a lot of energy being pushed at you right now, and just, yeah. So answering the email, by the way, was that FUD was happening and like, what should I do, etc. Like I told you guys before, to end this video, if you have bought Bitcoin and you are at a loss, buy and hold. If you bought at the 40K point, at the $40,000 level, and you thought it was going to 50K and it didn't end up happening straight away, just be patient. I know you want everything to happen yesterday in your life, but life doesn't always work that way. And when you can learn in the space to just have patience and live your life, right? Live your life. And, you know, learn about the space while you have the time to learn about the space before things really, really, really start taking off and we start seeing Bitcoin at 100K. At that point, it is very, very difficult for most people to get in. And at that point, it will be where exchanges are going absolutely crazy. They're not letting people register. There's all kinds of problems. So if you guys haven't registered in some kind of exchange, I would recommend Binance. I will put a link below for you guys and girls out there. Seriously, it is going to be so hard for you to sell your Bitcoin at that price level that I'm talking about right now in the future, because it's going to be hard for you to sign up in general. You are going to be limited in the ability to actually withdraw, but they will allow you to deposit. So you've got to be wary about being ready for this and making sure you're verified on certain exchanges. Like I said, Binance is a really good one just because it's one of the ones I started on, and it's one that has never kind of let me down in the past 10 years, right? So this is not an affiliate link or anything. This is just showing you guys, this is, you know, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to help. So let me help you. Be patient, put it somewhere safe. And when I go through the security video, how to take care of your Bitcoin, how to take care of your altcoins, etc., and your options, then you guys can have a better picture of where to go in the very, very near future and where to put the assets that you've gotten. Okay. So that is pretty much it for this. Leave comments in the comment section of what you guys want to see. I'm going to be upgrading this hopefully to 2 videos per day, but we'll see. The market moves very quickly, and I am also an entrepreneur and a trader by day. So yeah, we'll see. If you guys haven't checked out my other channels, they are below. It will actually give you a sneak peek of what my face actually looks like. And I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace.